through. We'll warm up and do our regular dynamic warm up first. Prowler wake up, we're gonna push the sleds and start warming up, get bodies moving. Then I'm gonna take you through a med ball slam series on the wall. We're gonna do some more athletic movements today. So I'm gonna kind of show you some speed and power stuff with the medicine ball. And then for the program that comes out for each station for you guys, we're gonna be working on tempos. So the 3 phases of the lift, eccentric, isometric, and concentric, I'm gonna start playing with the tempos of those with the program that comes out. The exercises that we do them with today are gonna be a med ball squat, a split squat, push-up, band rows. And then over here with the sleds, you guys obviously have the tank sleds at the stations. We're gonna modify it with my prowlers here, but we're gonna go through rows, presses, curls, and extensions on the sled. On the TRX, we're gonna progress some of our exercises. In the weight room, we've been doing really basic stuff with the TRX. We're gonna make them a little bit more advanced. And then I got a few core progressions as well that are a little bit different than I gave you last time. So some new stuff, some stuff that we've done before, but it'll just be on a tempo that'll be a little bit different. So just looking at, we have 1, 2, 3 on this sled. You're gonna be on this sled. Then I'll have you go wait for him on that end zone. And Felicity, will you go wait in that end zone? So working in teams of 3, you're just gonna pass it off to your partner. So you'll drive, push all the way down, flip it around, Felicity push all the way back. Yep, same thing for you guys, going back and forth. Everybody's got 3 of them. What's up?
Drive it down, turn around, and they'll drive it back.
Drive it back. Yep, everybody's got 3. Everybody's got 3. Let's go. We're gonna go through 3 to 4 different exercises with your medicine ball. First one's gonna be a side step and throw. So when you start, we're gonna have about 1 foot outside the white line. We're gonna step back and load ourselves up here. The ball's gonna come to the hip, and then I'm firing straight back into the wall over this way. So idea is we want our momentum to take us toward the wall. You're treating this almost like if you played baseball before. You're gonna pivot like a swing straight into that wall. So I'm stepping here, step and load up, toss back, reset. And go, hold, step, toss back. We're gonna try to knock out 5 on each side. Step and load up, and then boom, firing straight back across into the wall. Go 1 more round on these. So remember, we're thinking about this from an athletic perspective. So I want to put as much speed and power on the ball as I can with each rep. I don't want to just complete my 5 just to throw the ball on the wall and come out. I want to have intention with every one of them. So this step is really your load up step to throw out. This is important. Because when I step, I'm going to get that power into this hip and be able to fire it back out to the wall. If I'm here and just get a light step toss, I'm not gonna get nearly as much power tossing out if I just take a little step versus really stepping out hard and holding my hip up every time. So you wanna have each rep be hard and fast into the wall each time. Go 1 more round on each side, 5 on each. There we go. Give a really good pop off. Now, we're gonna go straight forward into the wall. You're gonna set up in a split position with 1 foot up, 1 foot back. So I'm thinking about the ball again, coming straight from my hips into the wall. So I'm gonna be here and push, 1 step out, fire the wall. Again, momentum's gonna carry me towards the wall, and I'm gonna step back and reset. 1 foot up, sit, push a step out, step back, reset. When I step, 1 foot's gonna come in front of the other as I press, and then you can catch it and bring it back. Doing 5 on each leg again. Do 5 with the left leg up, and then 5 with the right leg up. Step and press out. So same thing one more time. So this time with your focus, still thinking about power comes from hips to the trunk down here. And that's where I want hip. So when I fire out, I'm not up top with the chest, on the chest pad. It's gonna come out low, bottom, straight out here. So I wanna look at it right in the middle of the wall, find one spot to hit every time, straight out from the hips, pushing out. This one, it's gonna be an overhead toss. So the ball's gonna travel and hit the wall on top. What we wanna think about is a rainbow shot, up and down. So I'm gonna start, we'll face the weight room. I'm gonna load this up and then launch up, let it hit the wall, and then we'll bounce and reset. Drop, toss up, we'll hit up top, and let it bounce and reset. Up and down. There you go, yeah. You wanna get some arc on and make a rainbow shot. So now moving on for this eccentric, isometric, and concentric portion. When we see these tempos, and especially on the sheet when I put it out, it'll be in this format where it'll have the eccentric first, isometric second, and concentric third. So eccentric is on the way, if we're thinking of like a bench press, eccentric would be on the way down when I'm bringing the bar down. Isometric is at the bottom when I'm stopped at the bottom. And then concentric would be when I'm pushing up, back to the top. So you think eccentric is lengthening, coming down, isometric is pause, and then concentric is shortening, pushing up, back to the top. But we can do that with almost any exercise, breaking them down. But for today, these are the ones we're gonna use it with. When I write it, for example, for the med ball squat, we're gonna do a 5-second tempo. So it'll be a 5 count on the way down, a 3 count at the bottom, and then a 5 count on the way up when we come back. So it's gonna be a 5-3-5 tempo. When we step back over to the medicine balls, it's gonna look like this, where you're gonna hug it right in your chest. I'm gonna count us out, we'll be going 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So that's what our tempo should look like when we're doing this squat. 5 count down, that's the eccentric. 3 count at the bottom, that's the isometric. And then 5 count coming back up, that's our concentric. So it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Reset. Ready. All right, so for the split squat, we're gonna start on the bottom to make sure that we get our feet set in the right spot. So in our split squat, we're gonna focus on the front leg doing most of the work for us. We wanna have that foot planted down, knee right over the ankle up top. So when we push up, we're gonna come up to the top here and then go down slow back to the bottom and touch soft on the pad. You'll push up, come up tall, come down slow, down to the pad and touch. So to start off, we're gonna do this without a tempo. I just want you to get used to this movement. So drop your knee down to the pad. You're gonna do 6 on each leg. Just hold this ball right here. Push up, lock yourself out at the top, and then drop down slow, touch that knee. Set up top now. We're gonna drop 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Coming back up. So 3 count down, 2 count at the bottom, 3 count coming back up. We're gonna 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Back to the top. Good. 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. One more time. 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. And relax, switch legs. So now we're gonna do a completely isometric set. So we're gonna start from the bottom on the pad. And when I say go, we're pushing up right above and holding this position. position. So knee should be just right above the pad. You're gonna feel this top leg probably start to shake, and you'll feel that back foot start wanting to move a little bit. You're holding this position. We're gonna go for 20 seconds here. Don't come up too high to hold it, and don't let yourself drop and touch that pad. You're just right above it for 20, and then we'll switch and do the same thing. Hover right above the pad, 20-second hold. Position. Ready. Go. Shot. Hover, hold right there. Control and hold your spot. 3, 2, 1, and time. Good. We've held it for an isometric hold for 20 seconds. Now we're going to do oscillated or continuous concentric for 20 seconds. So you're going to bounce up and down right here, not coming all the way to the top, but you're just going to do a small little pulse here. Don't let your knee touch the pad. 20 seconds continuous, and then we'll switch over. All right, ready? Go. Hold up and down, Eric. Here we go, baby. 5 seconds. Stop. So this is the med ball extension. Lying flat on the back. Ball and knees start right in the middle. Toes are pointed up. You extend. We're extending back all the way out. Feet stay above the floor. Ball stays above the floor. And then we're crunching all the way back in. Whole time, try to keep back flat on the floor like we usually do with no arch. Extend out. Hold for a 1 count. And then crunch right back in.
Definitely do it. Yeah, do it with our sled we got.
Yeah, you got that.
Yeah.
For the extension, you'll step out to the front like you did with the breath. Feet are going to be together this time. Hands are coming behind my head. And I'm pushing up and away. Walk forward, hands behind the head, elbows locked out. Push up and away. So 2 feet together, walking up, extending out. Okay. Sounds good.
Who's doing makes it look easy.
Yeah, bud. For the row and the push-up, we've done them before and they've been in the program. We're just gonna put a single leg emphasis into it. I'll let them get their water, so go back over here. So it's the same exercise, you just got one component that's gonna make it a little bit tougher. So for the row, when you come back, you'll step yourself down like we usually would, but then we're just bringing one leg up. I wanna keep it straight, toe pointed up. I'm gonna fall back on one leg and then pull up and try to keep that single leg up top. So there's more core involvement than you would think keeping that leg up top. So you're gonna feel all of this should get tight. People should feel their core and their lower back helping them out. But just one leg up, pulling. Only thing I want is you just don't leave it lazy like this. So this kind of defeats the purpose if you just kind of have your legs sitting lazy back. We wanna have it out front and keep it steady and flex that toe in the front while we're going. You'll do however many it is, 8, 10, whatever it is on one side, and then flip, do the same thing on the other side. And then for the push-up, same idea. If I'm falling out, I'm gonna bring one leg up in the back. When I push up, I'm gonna try to balance, and then fall down and keep that leg up in the back on top. I'm staying on one leg while I'm doing these. So those are the SL single leg variations of the row and the push-up. There's a reverse lunge and a crossover lunge. Reverse lunge is exactly what it sounds like. Just stepping back, drop the knee down, catch it before it hits, and then step back forward. You'll sit and then punch back up on the reverse lunge. And then crossover lunge is gonna be crossing behind and sitting down, and then pushing back to the top. And on this one, when I cross, the focus is on the front leg. So I should sit into this hip and then push off and bring the other leg back in. So cross over, sit into that hip, and then push off, come back. Same thing, 8, 10, whatever it is on one side, and then switch, do the same thing on the other side, drop it down and push it up. So that'll be reverse lunge and crossover lunge. And then curl, exactly what we did on the sleds out there. Bicep curl, hands up, elbows locked in. Curl, pull yourself up. Hands come to the shoulders like you're patting yourself on the back, and then falling back out. It's easy to mess this one up by pulling like this. So you don't want to pull and bring your elbows closer to you. You want to curl and bring your hands closer to you up top. So the curl. And then last one, fall outs, is a core exercise and a shoulder exercise. Hands start out here like a push-up, but instead of falling down, you'll fall out and hands come up, and I catch, and then pull back in and reset. And I'll fall forward, hands straight, catch myself, and then stand back up, come back to the top. So this is what I call a fall out. When you see it on that sheet, this is what it will be when you fall out too. So those are the TRX progressions. Like I said, simple, just when you see them on the sheet, I want you to know what they look like. Oh yeah, dead bug, you think about dead bug, they're like this on the ground. So you're gonna be up, toes pointed to the sky, and hands pointed to the sky here. So this is our starting position. When we extend out, it's gonna be opposite arm, opposite leg. So you'll go right leg, left hand, and extend out, keep it above the turf when you extend, and then bring it in controlled and switch. Go to the opposite side, left leg, right hand out, and then bring it in and switch. So once you get yourself coordinated, you're gonna knock out 20 reps for me, 10 on each side. This will be our bird dog. Same thing, we're gonna go opposite arm, opposite leg. I wanna make sure that I'm steady here. We reach out, extend both. Leg extends, arm extends, hold it for a second. Then switch, opposite side, pushing out. Hold for a 1 Mississippi count on each of them, make sure you're controlled. Again, 20 total reps, 10 on each side. How we're gonna do them is we'll lay down flat here. Arms are gonna start out, feet are on the ground. So when you sit up, you're gonna bring one knee in towards the chest, opposite hand's coming up like you're sprinting, and then you're laying back and resetting, come to the other side. So I'm gonna drop and go continuous on this, driving my knee up, and then opposite hand meets it at the top. Knocking out 20 reps again, 10 on each side. Try to keep rolling up and down. If you're doing them correctly, you should feel your core get tight immediately. Yep.